What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So, today is a special day because we are en route to Furman University for the second round of the FCS playoffs. For those who don't know, I played football at Furman University. It is a Division I AA school. I played center 4 years, got a ring. Fun stuff. College football is great, but at the same time it sucks. I would much rather be on the side of tailgating and hanging out than actually playing at this point. A lot of people are like, do you miss football? I'm like, no, not really. Played it for 17 years. I had my time and don't want to do that shit anymore. But anyway, as we are heading over there, I wanted to talk about the most essential mods that you as a truck owner specifically need to at least consider, if not do. Now, I understand that some of these modifications are going to, I guess, be circumstantial, for lack of a better term, just based on how you're using your truck, or, you know, some limitations that some modifications just will inherently have. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into numero uno. For the number one spot in my list of essential modifications, we are talking about lighting, and specifically, in my opinion, LED lighting. Now, this can come in a lot of different shapes and sizes as far as, you know, are you just going to replace the bulbs on your halogen headlights? Are you going to buy all new housing for your headlights or taillights? Or are you going to start adding, you know, a light bar or some pods, whether that be in the bumper or on the, you know, on the hood, all sorts of stuff. But I personally think that LED lighting is an absolute must. And my reason being is that the simplest form, being able to see at night, is kind of sort of important, especially here in Carolina where they don't believe in streetlights. You might think it's a joke if you've never been to South Carolina or you don't live here, but I promise you, it is a big problem. So having as much lighting as possible is going to be great for just your everyday driving. But also think about if you were to take your truck off-road, or you're going hunting and, you know, sun's going down after you kill a deer, and, you know, you need the ability to get out of the woods and see where you're going. LED lighting is going to be huge. Now, to some people, you might be asking, well, John, why is that essential? I mean, one, it's a functional thing, being able to see. But two, I mean, I just personally think it looks good. I think it makes your truck look a hell of a lot cleaner than it would otherwise. And so that is why we are putting that at our number one spot. On to the number two entry in this list, we are talking about bed covers. Now, this is definitely a, you know, modification that, depending on how you're going to use your truck, it could be, I guess you'd call it a limitation, but, you know, for probably the vast majority of people, this is going to be a great option for your truck. There's a lot of different types of bed covers: hard covers, soft covers, trifolds, hydraulic lifty thingies, all of that sort of stuff. But, you know, really at the end of the day, the reason we get a truck is to have a lot of cargo space, a lot of, you know, hauling capacity. And so you want to be able to use it. However, the only downside to trucks is that, you know, that stuff is exposed, whether that be exposed to the elements like rain, whether that be exposed to people, I guess. So you're kind of limited. You know, if you have something in the bed of your truck, theoretically you're limited on where you can park, how long you can park it, and the likelihood of stuff getting stolen. And that is all going to be mitigated by a bed cover. I personally have, I believe it's a Gator trifold tonneau cover. I can double check that, but absolutely love it. Phenomenal mod, and it just allows you to, you know, really use your truck to even more of its full potential. And now for the third entry on the list, you guessed it, we are talking about a lift slash leveling kit. Now, is this the most essential thing ever to, you know, being able to drive your truck and have it handle great and blah, blah, blah? No. I think the biggest reason you would want at a minimum a level is because of the damn rake that trucks have, and it is so ugly. I understand why they have it. I guess to my understanding is to have it offset when you put a trailer on it. But either way, it's just such an ugly look. And for, I would say, or I would guess 95% of us, we're not gonna be towing every day. You know, the overall kind of approach profile of the truck is going to be without anything on it. So let's go ahead and level that out, and at a minimum level the truck, but if not, raise it up for more ground clearance, giving you some more abilities for, you know, off-roading and that type of stuff. But that is one of the biggest changes by far you can make to your truck and really start to make it your own. On to number 4. Yes, this is going to be very, very similar to my video last week, but we're talking wheels and tires. If you haven't watched last week's video going in depth on what I consider to be the best bang for your buck truck tire, pause this video, go click over there, then come back. But really, when it comes to wheels and tires, obviously a lot of us are going to do it for aesthetic purposes and nothing more, nothing less, and that's okay. But at the same time, and I fall into this category, I did it for aesthetics, but I also wanted to have a more capable tire when it comes to non-asphalt or concrete surfaces, right? And so that's why I ended up going the Toyo Open Country AT3, so an all-terrain tire in 35s on Method MR305s. It looks awesome. It handles awesome. And, you know, with the lift and everything like that, it is a very, very capable truck, albeit this truck is huge, so it might not be great, like weaving in and out of trees in the woods or something. But it is a very capable truck nonetheless. And this is really where you get to, in my opinion, kind of pick your poison and really start to dial in what your truck is going to be used for. Are you gonna have mud boggers on there because you're just gonna off-road and do whatever? Great. Do you wanna keep street tires on there for one reason or another, and you don't like road noise and you want better miles per gallon? Sure. Do you wanna go the AT3 route and have the best of all the worlds and potential to do a lot with it? Sure. There's really no other modification like this, in my opinion, for trucks where you really start to kind of laser focus your destiny for your truck. Like, what do you want to do? How do you want to do it? And how do you want it to perform in each and every situation? So wheels and tires are great. And then this one's specific more to just the wheels, but, you know, from an aesthetic perspective, what do you want to do? You know, I went with a matte black wheel, a simple wheel design, kind of a timeless classic look, while still giving that aggressive nature with the black on dark gray truck. But either way, it's a lot of fun. Something that helped me out tremendously during this process was customoffsets.com. Go check it out. Really good people, very, very helpful website. But without further ado, let's get on to the 5th and final install into this modification list. And the last entry on this list is going to be a tow hitch, or in my case, a tow package plus a tow hitch. Tow hitches, in my opinion, are essential for any truck owner. And yes, this is going to be mirroring some of the past verbiage of this video. You know, you may or may not be towing a lot with your truck. That's okay. Tow hitches have a lot more capability than just hooking up a trailer and going. So let's talk about it. One, it doesn't cost you anything to run a tow hitch, so you might think you're gonna tow X amount and you might end up towing Y amount, and at least you have your tow hitch on there. Number 2 is, if you get rear-ended, now please check your truck. Some people, or some trucks rather, if they are running a tow hitch and someone rear ends the tow hitch, it totals the truck because it destroys the entire subframe, the rear subframe. That's not good. So read up on it for sure. But for most trucks, if you're running a tow hitch and you get rear-ended, that tow hitch is going to save your ass. It will literally soak up all of the impact of said car, and a lot of times it will end up damaging the shit out of the person who rear-ended you's car. Is that what we're going after? Not necessarily, but karma's a bitch. And then the third reason, and this is a very underrated reason in my opinion, tow hitches allow for a lot more than just trailer attachments. One big one is like those big metal baskets almost that people will put like coolers or suitcases or whatever on. I don't have one. I don't see any reason why I would ever need one. But, you know, attachments like that, whether you're, you know, road tripping or whether you're going to your kids' baseball tournament for the weekend, you know, I have no idea. But there are 1,000,001 attachments to go into your 2-inch trailer hitch or whatever. And that's just, you know, another reason to at least have the ability to run those attachments when you would least expect you need a trailer hitch. Definitely something to keep in mind. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for another episode of Gearbox. If you have any additional modifications that you think are essential for truck owners, drop them in the comment section down below. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. As always, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. Until next time, peace. 留在自己那张脏乱的床，手摆好姿态对我装上了。